Thanks, Kevin. In today's Positive Parenting, we're talking about how to raise resilient children. Here to help us figure out how to do that is Tom Limonhan from the UNH Cooperative Extension. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Tom, as parents, we try so hard to shield our children from adversity these days, but it turns out that's probably a bit of a mistake.
Well, I think all parents want their children to grow up to be healthy, happy, have positive relationships. But in order to do that, children will and have to experience some setbacks. And the key is helping kids be able to bounce back from those setbacks.
When should a parent start to introduce this concept of trying to make a child more resilient? Is there an age where it's appropriate to start?
I think so. I think it can start right away in early childhood. And the idea is to help kids first develop the attitudes and beliefs, the internalized things that they need to be able to feel like they can bounce back, that they can solve problems. And that takes a real firm base of trust with caregivers and parents and family. And then the last thing is sort of helping to have the skills to really have positive, respectful relationships.
Are there some scenarios you can give us in terms of something a parent could, an interaction, something they could say or do to help a child develop some resiliency?
Sure, absolutely. The first thing to know is that the parents care about them enough to be watching their behavior, to help them with routines and to help them with learn where the limits are. So that's an everyday thing that happens. And the other things they can do is help kids have a real meaningful role in their family. This is yours, this is your responsibility. And to talk to kids not just about you do this, but why do you do this and how do you do this? So those are the kinds of things that parents can do every day.
If you have many children in an age range, say from 2 to 10 or something like that, do you have to apply this strategy differently for children of different ages, or do you try and be consistent with this?
Well, that's a wonderful point. And we always talk about age appropriate when we're talking about these things. So the kinds of adversity that toddlers might face could be different than teens. And conversely, the things that they need to learn, what a toddler does to have responsibility is really different than a teen or a tween will do to have responsibility.
What would be an example of going too far, in your opinion, in trying to introduce resiliency? I'm sure people have some stories from back in the day of things that their parents did. What is crossing the line?
Well, I wonder if parents really need to worry too much about adding adversity to kids' life. We talk about meaningful risks, positive risks like sports and other activities that can be risks that kids can learn from, but I think we're all going to face adversity whether we want to or not, and that includes children.
All right. Tom Limonhan from the UNH Cooperative Extension, thanks so much for your time.